right, here we go. Recording now. It's 11.
There's only one blade. There's only ever gonna be one blade.
Just turns to the camera, just, raise eyebrow.
Yeah,
Seeing
also,
people
that would be the
discuss
last
how
thing I'll say tonight.
uh, but anyway,
Yeah, it's good.
seeing people,
The last thing I say tonight.
thank you, Nick. Were you trying to say, SGD?
I've seen people discuss how that joke's aged really well because there was a joke about how there's another Blade movie in production.
Yeah, but now,
Now
nah.
it's aged to like there was never going to be another Blade movie.
It really is just only Wesley Snipes.
Kevin Feige really just killed that movie by just saying, "Hey, we're not gonna." It's like, "Hey, we can't just make a movie about a guy in leather clothing fighting vampires." Why not, Kevin?
Why not?
It works here.
That's
You don't
what.
gotta reinvent the wheel.
The MCU is so sanitized they'd never get away with doing a movie like Blade.
Damn. It's like this is what the people wanted, Mr. Feige. But hey, guess that's not happening. We gotta sell all our makeup and all that to sinners instead. So hey, sorry, Marshala.
Like, I think there's something beautiful about Blade because it's a movie that comes from a different time where it is an R-rated superhero movie, but more so than that, it's not self-conscious.
No.
Like one of my favorite like moments in Blade is just the beginning where he gets him with the shotgun and then he does a little fist pump. I'm like, man, you cheesy dork. It's like, but that's what makes Blade great.
I love
Unfortunately, millennials ruined sincerity in media. Nothing's allowed to be sincere anymore.
Damn. Those millennials. Oh. But nah, Blade's fascinating to me because again, like it is like those. It's just one of those examples, like early, like Marvel superhero films before they tried to do the whole cinematic universe, where there's just a whole different vibe to them, in general. Like Blade feels different from like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but like at the same time, like each of these movies are gonna like feel different compared to like every other like early Marvel movie. Like Blade's not gonna feel the same as like Spider-Man or Daredevil. Well, once Spider-Man hits the scene, then things kind of start to change a bit. But point is like, yeah, like there's a charm a lot again to like these early Marvel films that like you just don't really see that much anymore. It's kind of a shame.
It's because the later Marvel movies are MCU movies, and people expect a certain feel with MCU movies, which is why they are how they are.
Yeah, that's why.
Like earlier movies could we just need to make a movie about this character, and it has to be something audiences are gonna want to come and sit down and enjoy. While MCU is like people are coming because it's a roller coaster ride. It's like they're going for the same experience, just a little bit of a different flavor.
Yeah. Which is really a shame, but but no, but Blade's still a lot of fun though. Like, I just you're just gonna have a fun time with Blade. Like, that's the thing with Blade and like a lot of these early Marvel films. Like, you're really just there to have a fun time. But like, okay, like we we say like Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU movies are like roller coaster rides. You're just there to have fun. But like that's kind of like all the Marvel movies though. Even early on, they're just there to like let you have a fun time. But at least I think like what even though they're like it's like, oh, you're just here to have a fun time. Like they still go out of their way to like make each experience different still.
Like Blade feels like a movie that you're here to have a good time, but there's just moments that I can tell you from Blade that I like, that I can point to and just be like, yeah, that is completely out of left field, but I really like that. Because like a Marvel movie will never have something that just an MCU movie will never have anything nowadays that just feels completely out of left field because they don't want to alienate the audience.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They have a huge fear that they're going to alienate the audience, so you can't just do something that feels that would feel like completely natural to you that people will just people will just take notice of. The some motherfuckers keep guys skating uphill line. It's a dumb line, but it's it's great in execution just because if you try to say it in a goofy way like the MCU would, it just falls flat. Because it's trying. You're trying to sell the joke as wacky. When Blade is trying to sell that joke is stare you straight at the eye, serious as possible. That's what makes it work.
It's great. I love Blade.
Even when they're tailing the familiar, Blade gives her that cheesy smile in the car, and then he just goes back to driving. It's like there's entire moments in this movie that would people nowadays would complain about just being left out of left field, but we appreciate because it doesn't distract from the fact that yes, Blade is a super cool and super serious character, but he himself is also allowed to be a character.
Mm-hmm.
He can have a trait outside of his outside of the one thing that he's presented as.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind? That's a great one too. But yeah, man, you just get a little moment stare throughout the movie. You just appreciate. Of course, of course, I will say though, for a movie that came out in the '90s, this definitely still feels like something like early 2000s Marvel movie. There's just a feel, and there's a vibe, and just how it's presented, edited. It just feels a lot like early 2000s. I mean that in a good way.
You watch this movie, and you could tell the Matrix hit cinemas like the mongrels hit Asia.
It's great. It's cause this movie, I know this movie, the way they introduced Blade and stuff was completely different from how Blade was in the comics at the time. It's I I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this movie was the one that introduced the whole idea of Blade being a daywalker, right? He was just a normal ass dude who just went around killing vampires, but then it's oh no, he's the daywalker, dude. Oh my gosh, he's a vamp that can walk in the sunlight. Whoa. He's got the trench coat and the shades. It's oh man. can't believe the brothers from the Matrix are ladies now.
Oh, well, which one?
That's the thing, SGT. It's both of them. So, uh, yeah, I love like just the fact that like Matrix DNA is just injected into this movie. It makes it a lot of fun. Were you gonna say it's not?
So technically, um, the funny, one of the funniest things about like scripts kind of like flying all over the place in productions is that one thing could do it first because they just read the same script. So it's like in Spider-Man the animated series, he was introduced, and they took like large parts of the in progress Blade script
Oh,
for that adaptation. So like that was technically the first time, like the animated show was technically the first time he was made into a Dompier.
Okay.
Because originally Blade was just he was just a normal human, but vampire bites barely affect him. He was just that guy.
Okay. He was just built differently. I see. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know about the animated series using an early script. That's cool. Uh, but yeah, like it is just funny though, cause like, uh, ever since this movie hit, like everyone just went, "Yep, that's just how Blade is," and that's just what people want. Like, was uh, to this day, right? Like when people think of Blade, they think of this movie, not like early Blade before this movie came out, or even like the anime series. Like you play a game like Marvel Rivals, right? And it's like that Blade is clearly just it's supposed to be like Wesley Snipes. That's it. Like they might make a reference because those Chinese devs, man, they somehow know ball when it comes to their Marvel lore. But like for the most part, you're gonna get a black dude in a trench coat with a cool sword and shades.
Uh, Chinese devs are incredibly passionate about what they do because if they're not, they have no passion at all.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Steve. I did not know that.
Yeah, there's something about Chinese devs. Like, man, you guys, I guess the companies just give these guys truckloads of information on characters.
Hmm.
I've seen doing New Century stuff like Gokumon can split his stuff into guns. Like, oh, nothing's done that, but that's something the character's always been able to do, I guess.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Chinese devs. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like. There's not really too much else to say about Blade at the end of the day. Like, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie about a black guy with cool shades, a sword, and a trench coat, and just goes around killing vampires. But apparently that's too difficult to do nowadays for some reason. I don't know why, but it is apparently. Okay, Kevin, sure. So, but hey, movie's good though. You're gonna have a great time, and then and clearly people thought this movie back then was great too, because then it got two sequels, which we're gonna be watching straight up like back to back now. So tomorrow we're gonna be watching Blade 2. And on Wednesday we get to be watching Blade 3. I'm excited for Blade 2. I'm a little excited for Blade 3 still.
Well, remember, Blade Trinity has an entire scene where Dracula is revived in the modern day, and they take him to a sex shop for some reason.
They take it to a sex shop. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little excited for Blade Trinity. It's, uh, is Blade Trinity. Well, obviously we'll talk more about it when we watch Blade Trinity. But Blade Trinity is really funny, man. Because like, man, after that movie, Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds just did not talk to each other for a while. But until like I guess Deadpool and Wolverine, because then it's like, oh hey, we got Wesley Snipes. Like, damn, they're talking to each other now. Okay, sure. So, but all right. But yeah, Blade, the original, Blade 1, great movie. You're just gonna have a fun time of just a black dude killing vampires. It's awesome. But Blade 2, though, it's gonna also be fun. But hey, tomorrow though we get to have Blade but with a taste of Guillermo del Toro. Ooh, so look forward to that.